My name is Mel Sherratt and I write crime thrillers.
Fantastic. Your book, Taunting the Dead, it's got a very strong sense of place. What does that mean to you and how do you incorporate that into your writing?
That's very funny that you should say that, Joanne, because I don't feel that it's got a sense of place. I feel as though I've put tiny little details in there because I wanted to write about the story. When I took Taunting the Dead out with the traditional publishers, a couple of them liked it because it was in Stoke-on-Trent, and two of them didn't like it when they wanted me to base it in London or Glasgow or a place that's familiar. And the reason why I just stuck by my guns is because we don't all want books about London, you know, and I want my town to be known, probably not for the gritty violence that I portray, but it's nice to talk about my hometown, and I do base my books on characters. So going on from that, the estate series, I took away from my city and decided to create an estate that could be found anywhere, around any corner, because we've all got one. We've all got a Mitchell estate around the corner from us. So my sense of place in those three books is I want the estate to be the character.
No, absolutely. And you also have some, I guess, quite graphic violence scenes in Taunting the Dead, and maybe your other books, you can talk about that. Why do you think we're so fascinated by reading and writing with violence?
I've no idea, to be honest, but the violent side, for me, I think portrays the evil and characters, but I also want characters to come out the other side and be uplifted. So, although, yes, there's a murder to solve in Taunting the Dead, I still want you to feel sorry for the victim. And to do that, you have to portray the violence. You have to figure out why somebody is violent, and that's what I like doing, getting inside a killer's mind, I suppose.
Readers of who like your books?
Readers, it would be Martina, Amanda Sue Haller, Lynda Plante, for the police procedural element of Taunting the Dead. There's quite a few. There's an independent author called Casey Kelleher. She's very good, and we're always getting banded around together now, so that's nice now because she's a young up and coming, so that's really good.
And why do you think crime is so popular in the UK?
I think it's because there's almost a sense of foreboding in each book, and there's always something that you're waiting to happen, and whether it's good or whether it's bad, it's always resolved at the end. You have to have a murder whodunit and you have to figure out who it is. Some people get disappointed when they figure out halfway through who it is and then say that the book was too predictable, which is quite funny because you have worked quite hard to get it to that stage, but others only guess at the end, and that's what every reader will take with a book.
And what do you want to give your readers in the future?
Oh, bit of a thrill, I think. My new book that's going out on submission, Watching Over You, is, haven't got a good pitch for it yet, but what I do liken it to is a hint of single white female with a dash of panic room and a liberal sprinkling of basic instinct and fatal attraction.
Oh, marvellous! Sounds brilliant. So where can readers find you and your books?
They can find me on www.melsherratt.co.uk, or I'm known as writer of Murder and Mayhem, so if you just pop that in anywhere it tends to come up. I'm on Twitter under writer Mel S, and I have a Facebook page.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Mel.
Thank you for having me.